hardest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Temple Owls. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Give to the back. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On the move and looking deep. Makes the grab down the left side. It's a seam wide open. Past the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade helping this Navy defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Defensively on third and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around now, hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a fourth down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. He leaves it with his back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Well, the DB never even backpedaled. He never even thought that receiver was running deep, and that's why he was able to put his foot in the ground, and he smothered that curl route, knocking it away.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Traore. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
To the air on 1st down. Got the quick pass. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I give credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Handoff to the single back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Navy! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Navy, 7-0.
First play of the period, 1st down here. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Traore. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Vick. Touchdown, Owls! A great catch and run for 6. If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Navy offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Motion from the back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. And they're able to make the tackle.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Navy now facing third and short. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss loss on the last play. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Looking left. Got him downfield. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Big guy smells it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force the negative play.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Number 10, on to kick it away.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the 2nd half underway. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Navy will go back on the attack. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Oh, he's got some space. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
A huge 3rd down here in the brigade from the Naval Academy, letting this offense hear it. They'll try to power their way ahead. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not...
There he goes. Still on his feet. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. Quarterback extends the play. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
On the move. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes down the right side. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, midshipman! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Pulls and fires complete. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Brings up 2nd down.
So now it's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Slips through the line. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Set to kick it away.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Final stand of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Navy quick to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the 1st down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
He's got him in the flat.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Huff. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
To the air, it's Madden. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Red pass, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a connection. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
The full force, the full-throated roar of the brigade, helping this Navy defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker, it's Huff. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Owls trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. way in. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Madden. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Quick completion on the out.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down. Or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.